Hello everyone. Welcome to live interactive program of CIET NCERT that you are watching on Kishore Manch channel of SWAYAM Prabha. Some of you are also watching us live on our YouTube channel NCERT official, where you can send us your comments and queries in the live chat. You can also note down our toll-free numbers where you can send us your comments, queries, and suggestions. 1-800-111-265 and 1-800-112-199. You can also mail us your creations and questions at ciet.kishoremunch@gmail.com. Today, in the morning, we are going to talk about something very relevant to the class 10 students, and it's very much related about something that we hear every time there is an election or every time we talk about our country, our progress, because it's about development. So what development is truly all about, we are going to learn in this session. And I think even though the subject is very comprehensive, Dr. M.V. Srinivasan, who is with us, is going to try and tell us all about there is in this class for us. Sir, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So, sir, what is development really about and what it is for class 10 students? How can you explain it?
Thank you again, Rakshit. Good morning, viewers. Today, we are in the COVID era. People are not doing, not so many people are working. And yesterday also you listened to the radio and TV about the new announcement.
Right.
It's all about the term called development. You may be, as a student, asking about, interested in what is this development means, why this word. In Hindi it's called Vikas. What is this development means? You may be noting or you may be reading in the newspaper also that some countries are developed countries, some countries are developing countries. For example, America, United States of America is a developed country. France, Germany, Japan, they are all developed countries. India is a developing country. Pakistan is a developing country. Sri Lanka is a developing country. Nepal is a developing country. What does this mean, developing means? You may be seeing many of your friends and your neighbor also. Some people may be called rich, some people may be called not so rich. So we are going to discuss about this notion of development. And it's basically an introduction. We are not going to talk about things in an elaborative manner. We are going to familiarize you with notions of development, how you can know about development. Before we start discussing about, I generally give a thought about, take out your notebook and pen, look at the slide. Can you see the slide? You can see people who are standing following social distancing. By now it's obvious who are these people. These are the migrant workers who have reached their own home village. Before entering to the home village, they were asked to verify, tested actually, for coronavirus. These are the migrant workers. Take out your notebook, write 2 lines about what would be their goals, aspirations in life. What did they went to cities like Mumbai, Delhi, Chennai, Bangalore and so on. They must have gone to many cities for jobs and they have returned now. When they started from their own village, what would have been in their dreams? What was thinking about their development of their families? Look at the other photograph. This visual shows one of the important activity in Indian agriculture, transplanting, like planting of paddy, transplantation of paddy actually. If you are in that position, what would be your dream? What are your expectations if you are working as agricultural laborer? Just write down 2 lines, 2 points. Look at this. These are the garment industry workers in Tirupur engaged as a tailor. What would be their dreams? What would be their expectations? Maybe they may be wanting to become, say today they are tailors, after some time they may be becoming supervisors, they may be expecting a higher income. These are their goals. They may be wanting to build a house, getting married, having children, educating them well in good schools. Look at the other photograph, a dry cleaner. What is their dream? What is his dream actually? What was his expectations? Maybe after 20 years, he may be having a rented building instead of roadside, doing this work in the roadside. Look at the other photograph. This is one of the dream jobs in India and many other countries, becoming a software engineer, going to America and Europe. They are all some of their dreams of people who are sitting in this with a computer here. Look at the other visual, the construction workers. What would be their dreams? What is their developmental goals? Just note down 2 points. Assume that you or your family member, one of the family member is one among them. Write their own developmental goals or aspirations. If you could not get this, if you keep all these notes, you will get from 5. Look at this slide. If you look at the slide, these are the general, if I group all these goals, they can be categorized into some 6. They may be wanting regular higher income. They may be wanting equal treatment. They may be working in, for example, equal treatment means in many, it's common that boys go out, play, talk to friends and so on, whereas girls are not. So the girls may be expecting that they also should be having the equal treatment, like the way the girls work, boys also in the house work, spend time in the household work activities. Freedom to do, for example, you are in class 10, next year you may be opting for class 11, you may be wanting to study economics, history, geography and so on, whereas your mother, your father may be wanting you to study science, mathematics and so on, but your goal would be that freedom to choose whatever the study that you want to study. Security, safety, you must have seen in the newspaper that in some places girls are not safe. The development goals also include quality of life. Many people wanting a facility to go to hospitals, good hospitals if they are sick. They wanted their own study room, and the better relationships. For example, you want to have more and more friends, you also wanted to have a better relationship with your neighbor. These are some of the developmental goals generally we come across. Look at this, high-rise buildings, slums in Mumbai. This is the photograph, I took it from the internet. What is the developmental goal of people living in slums? The last month, 1 month or 1.5 months, you must be knowing about, knowing in the television about Dharavi and so on. If you are living in one of the slums here, what would be your goal? You may be wanting a very good toilet in your own house. You may be wanting a separate room for your studies. You may be like wanting a separate kitchen. So any slum dweller will be looking at, that's their development goal. Look at the high-rise building. What would be their aim? They may be owning a scooter. They want to buy a car. They want to pay off all the EMIs, the loans that they borrowed to buy a house, a flat in these apartments. So you will notice that the developmental goals are different. They vary with families, individuals, the conditions in which you live. S. Nityan. S. Nityan is studying in class 10. they maybe the handwriting may be very may not be legible, but I am just reading the summary of his a long note. Nityan wanted that his village should be done away with the water scarcity. There is a huge water scarcity in his village. So, this is giving a good safe drinking water his developmental goal. He also wanted that though some people are having salt water facility like salt water in their house, but he wanted a good quality safe drinking water for the village. That is developmental goal of his village. He also wanted that in his village there is a primary school, but it is not it is functioning very well. The students are not coming, rather they go for work. So, his dream is that to bring back all the children to the school, so they attend much better. He also wanted transport facilities for his village. Look at the other slide. Celine, Caroline, Teresa, Jani, she is studying in class 10 Adiyaman Public School in Tamil Nadu. She says that she is from a village in Idukki district, Kerala, but studying in Tamil Nadu. She wanted that his villagers should follow mixed farming, so that their incomes increase. She feels that in her village there is one primary school is there, that is not sufficient. She wanted one more primary school, and there are many graduate teachers in her village who are not getting employment. So, she also wanted them to get regular jobs for them. So, she wanted another primary school. There were many nurses in her village. She wanted a hospital in her village, and her village is far away from the city. So, she wanted a transport facilities. Like that, the developmental goals of Nityan and Caroline are different, and depending on the place where they live actually. Development is not same for everybody. It may be conflicting also. Let me give you example. Look at this PowerPoint slide. If you look at the slide, can you see that slide? This is the Narmada Dam. Gujarat is earning about 500 crore rupees every year from the Narmada waters these days. This dam was built besides lot of struggles. So, the farmers who are getting the water irrigation facilities, lakhs and lakhs of farmers, and are able to irrigate their lands, cultivate regularly with using the waters from the dams. But look at the other visual. Dams are not always beneficial to all of the people. Here are the tribal people who are living on the banks of Narmada at different points of time, at different places. They were not compensated. So, this is a protest meeting of people, the tribals living in the Narmada river banks, river areas. So, the development also sometimes conflicting. It may not be beneficial to all of them. So, one has to think development is not always linear and benefiting to everybody. So, how to measure this development? It is very simple. In your house, how do you know that your family is a better family or not better family? If your family is earning a better income and higher income, you get all the facilities in the house, you are able to travel by your own vehicle. If your income is very low, your family adjust accordingly. So, your family is income is a simple symptom of your family's development. Similarly, for a country also, for a state also, for a region also, for a village also, the income is a simple indicator of development. I will come to this word. Look at the slide, per capita income. I will explain this in a simple manner. Per capita income means the total income divided by total population. Suppose there are 10 people in a village. If they earn say 2000, 3000, 5000 so on. If you add up all their incomes and divided by 10, you get the per capita income of a village. So, the development income is an important indicator used by people all over the world as an indicator of development. World Bank uses this indicator, the income, the per capita income, as the indicator of development. The World Bank divides the countries into broadly 3 categories. There are many, like what is World Bank? World Bank is an international organization. Its full name is International Bank for Reconstruction and Development. It provides loans to the developing countries. It collects money, subscription from developed countries and other countries. It offers loans to a very poor country, so that the country governments can take up developmental activities. It also brings us a lot of reports which are used to understand whether the countries are developing or not. So, the World Bank classifies countries into broadly 3 categories. Those countries which are earning $12,000 and above, per capita income of $12,000, $12,056 and above, they are considered as developed country. And those who are earning less than $955, they are called low income country. And those who are